Jacob, mate, what are we driving today?
It's a VW Tiguan R, mate.
A VW Tiguan R. That means that this thing is a super hatch on stilts. That's a pretty dumb concept. You know what else is a dumb concept? That
What?
This thing... Didn't expect you to cut in there. That this thing has the power to match supercars of like a decade ago in a Tiguan. So, is it really all that good? Is it really all that fast? And is it worth almost 70,000 Australian dollars before on-road costs? Well, let's talk about that. Now, you'd be forgiven for being attracted to the front of the Volkswagen Tiguan R. Frankly, I am. And Jacob, are you attracted to the front of this?
Very.
Jacob's now got a mic, so that's pretty cool. As you can see here, we've got a large grille. It's very stancy, very just aggressive. It's got a front splitter there too. You've got air curtains to streamline air across the side and help cool those big fat R brakes. This does have all the internals of a standard Golf R, which means that you get the Golf R brakes. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, from the front, this thing is stunning. By the way, matrix LED lights, they blank out part of their beams for oncoming traffic. So very nice and bright. Let's take a look at the side. Now, coming to the side of the Volkswagen Tiguan R, you get the exact same wheels that you get on a Golf R, except these are 21 inches instead of the 19 inches that you get on a Golf R, and they are massive, and they look so damn good. I really, really like them. Blue R calipers there, just wouldn't be an R without it. You get these kind of chrome mirror caps here. They're pretty damn cool too. You get an R badge, and finally, it's a real R, so it's allowed to wear that badge. Jesus. Coming to the rest of the side, you've got keyless entry and go. You've got, look, roof rails up here. Very robust and strong. Look, a bit more chrome down there. And yeah, it's just an SUV really. Let's talk about the back. So you got a roof spoiler up here. It really does look like a normal Tiguan from the back in my opinion. Anyway, you got these LED lights here. They do a little dancey dance at night time, so that's pretty cool. You got your R badge there. So there's no Tiguan, there's no annoying badges, it's just R. If you want to debadge that, guess you can. Also here, this doesn't actually move like other VWs. Instead, you can just press this button here and it goes and opens up automatically, because that's a luxury car feature. Jacob, what do you think of luxury cars?
I think they're fantastic.
Fantastic. Love to hear that. Down the bottom, you get quad exhausts. And I mean, stationary, they sound awful. When you're driving, they sound okay. Take a listen for yourself. Okay, so what's the interior like of the Tiguan R? Well, as you would expect, it's boring. It's really boring in here, just lots of black plastics, not much color going on. You have some ambient lighting here and some faux carbon fiber, but otherwise it's a sea of black plastic. However, it is a sea of soft touch material, hard plastic, and that does help to reduce the noise floor in here. Jacob, we were saying earlier how quiet it was, even with all this wind going on. I can't tell you how windy it is today, but yeah, pretty impressive.
I'm very impressed.
You're very easy to please, man. I've known
That's
you
why I'm
for
friends
years.
with you.
Oh, God, that hurts. Okay, well, let's continue. So you have a nice infotainment display here. It's actually the older infotainment display. So the new Golf R gets the new infotainment display. And let me tell you, it's so bad in that car that they fired the guy, no joke, who did the development of it, in charge of it.
Is that what you're going to do if this video turns out bad with me?
Yeah, fire the cameraman, exactly right. Be careful. Let's continue here. So yeah, the infotainment display is the older generation, but it's actually better because it's just a lot more intuitive and easy to use. It's pretty responsive. You got stupid hand gesture things here. It worked in the B-roll, so I'll show that anyway.
Your hand's too small.
You got Apple CarPlay, of course, and it is wireless, and so is Android Auto, so easy to use. Unfortunately, because of the semiconductor shortage, AKA brands didn't actually plan and they cut back their production of semiconductors. Now there's a huge backlog. That's meant that we've lost the wireless charger here, so that kind of sucks, but you do have a little storage area there. Might as well get out my phone, put it in there. Plenty of space. You got a 12-volt socket, 2 USB-C ports there too, so plenty of charging. In terms of other tech in here, you do have a digital instrument in front of you. This is the Volkswagen Virtual Cockpit, and it is really good. So you use these silly little touch capacitive buttons on the steering wheel, and you can go through a bunch of different menus, have a few different views. I love the large maps. It's just very cool, but a bit useless because I always use Waze or maps or whatever anyway. So yeah, look, you win some, you lose some. In terms of storage, as you would expect for an SUV, there is plenty of storage. As I said, that phone area, you've got this area here, which is like a little hidden area, and you're like, oh my God, where are the cup holders? Well, guess what? I'll pull out Jacob's Dreamcatcher water bottle, open this up, And you can see we've got some German over-engineering at its finest. Put the water bottle in there. It's all water bottle friendly, all right? So don't worry, you can have a big water bottle, you can have a small water bottle, and Jacob's not gonna judge you either way. Oh, also, speaking of, you do have door bins here that are felt lined. Hold a Dreamcatcher water bottle if that's your thing. And then we've also got a pretty massive glove box here, and you can put your bottle in there, your Dreamcatcher bottle, of course, because you've also got air conditioning into the glove box that helps to cool things. That's just a really nice touch. Uber German, if you catch my drift. Let's continue. So we have this beautiful R steering wheel, really, really nice. You can tell it's an R steering wheel because it's got the R badge, but it's just super nice leather. I love the golf ball effect to it. The paddle shifters here are really nice. They are new for the Mark 8 Golf, I guess, and now also the Tiguan R. And you've also got these silly little touch capacitive buttons, which I don't know. At first I liked them, then I didn't, and I'm kind of on the fence because, I mean, they work fine, but it's just, I don't know, I keep accidentally pressing buttons and it's not the best out there. So I just kind of wish they kept to standard buttons, mate. Volkswagen, what are you doing? I bet the guy that designed that in the Golf 8 designed that. Guarantee it.
Mate, you're really throwing me under the bus there.
Yeah, he got a double fire. He got fired once, and then they're like, oh, did you also design the touch capacitive buttons? Fired.
Do you reckon they said it in that accent?
Probably something a little bit more German, perhaps.
Das ist das.
Yeah. That was Jacob, not me. All right, let's talk about these seats because they are very comfortable. You've got to do that classic touch there. They are R seats, of course. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing. It just means that they've embroidered the R into there and you get some fake carbon fiber looking patterns on the seat. It's strange, I'm not gonna lie, but at least they have heated seats.
Why did you say it like that?
I don't know. At least they have electromagnetic conduction within them, and therefore you can turn on the heated seats. And you've also got this really good air conditioning control here, which is touch capacitive, but it's way better than the steering wheel setup. So glad they still have that and they haven't relegated it to the screen like the Mark 8 Golf. That sucks. No, God! Oh, have a look at this, by the way. We have airline style, whatever these are called, because you just need the world's largest sunglass holder. All right, let's check out the back. Here in the back seat, you actually get plenty of space. So I'm 5'11" or 179 centimeters. That's actually 5'10". I've got issues. But we have plenty of leg room, we have plenty of toe room, and headroom is also very good. So yeah, very comfortable back here, as you would kind of expect from a Tiguan, but it does feel a little bit more spacious than perhaps the Golf R. By the way, full review of that coming very soon, so make sure you're subscribed. If we have a look at these beautiful leather seats, they're the same as up front. I'm pretty sure you get the same seats in a bloody base model Tiguan. I'm probably wrong, but they don't feel that special. You've got this armrest here with a couple of cup holders in there too. There's also plenty of storage. So you've got a phone holder up here, you've got a map pocket here, and you've got massive door bins there too, air conditioning vents, and a third zone of climate control, USB-C port, and a very difficult to open 12-volt socket. But still, it's pretty good. I like it a lot. Ooh, and also this. Let's say you're going on a long trip on the Autobahn and you want to relax in the back. Well, guess what?
Wake up. We got a review to do.
Wake up, Jeff. Probably beyond most of my audience's references. But anyway, let's talk about practicality. Oakley dokley kids. So one of the reasons that you would buy a Tiguan over a Golf is because of the amount of space you get in here. Although you can get a Golf R wagon, which is probably even more space than this, but it doesn't have the ride height. That's important to you. So you get a huge amount of space here as it is. You can of course fold down the back seats and get even more room back there. And once you got that, you got even more amount of space back there. You've also got a false floor here where you would hope to see a spare tire, but no, because you know what's more important than a spare tire? The subwoofer for your Harman Kardon sound system, bruv. So that's what you get there instead, with a false floor that you can move at least and get more space if you need to. So yeah, very impressive. Let's talk about specs. So the Volkswagen Tiguan R is powered by an R engine. Not just the R engine, it's also got the new all drive system too, which has twin clutch packs in the rear diff. So it means it can send power 100% to either rear wheel, which is pretty insane. Better for cornering, as you'll see in a moment. But check out this engine though. The EA888, we've seen this thing for years. It's a 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine. It is a beautiful, magnificent engine. Puts out 235 kilowatt of power, 400 newton meters of torque. That is insane figures from a bloody 4-cylinder. Insane. I think this one's missing its hood cap as well, Jacob. Thing looks naked. Not very visually pleasing, I think. It feels exposed. Do you feel exposed, Jacob?
It's very cold here.
Yeah, those are pretty healthy numbers, but you know what else is pretty healthy? This thing's 0 to 100, so let's launch this thing. Okay, so now we're going to launch the Volkswagen Tiguan and see how quickly it goes from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour or 0 to 62 miles per hour if you still use freedom units. Jacob, what do you reckon it's going to do?
Ooh, 5.62 seconds.
Okay, well, the claimed 0 to 100 is 5.1 seconds. If we put in the factor that we're both big boys, right? We're a bit on the large, you especially.
Yeah, I'm
You're
just
a fat,
ginormous.
ugly,
I'm just extremely obese.
troll.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a princess. I'm a princess, yes. Let's just leave it at that.
It's 2022, ladies and gentlemen.
It's 2022. So, I think it's going to do 4.7 seconds because this thing,
That's a crazy.
this thing violently launches.
It does, but...
Only one way to find out. Let's turn traction off. One, we put it into sport mode. We got the car in its race setting, and then all we have to do is floor the brake and floor the accelerator, builds boost, and we take off. So let's do it.
Okay.
All right, friend, fist me. I'm scared. Struggle for traction there. I want to try that one more time.
All right,
It didn't have the traction. 0 to 100 in 5.29 seconds, by the way. It's been raining today, so that is really impressive.
That is amazing.
Let's try that
Find
again.
a dryer patch, maybe.
All right, friend, second time's a charm. Fist me. The car just sounded like a itself.
Dude, that was faster.
0 to 100 in 5.14 seconds. So that means that this thing will do its claim 0 to 100 and probably better considering that we have all of the camera gear in here and you and I.
That's actually rare.
That is rare and insane. All right, let's drive this thing normally. So, how does it drive when you're on a horrible, horrible road? Well, this thing is super duper comfy. It's
very nice.
Really good. I think the thing I'm most impressed by is that when you're in this, there's 4 driving modes. There's comfort, sport, race, and individual. And then you've got like the off-road modes, which is just dumb, really, but whatever. When you're in comfort mode, it actually puts the transmission into eco mode and it will do things like decouple from the diff. So it will just essentially roll, put you in neutral, better fuel economy. And this thing actually has very good fuel economy. I'm getting like 10 liters or something per 100 kilometers, which is fantastic for a car like this. But that's boring. We'll come back to the comfort in a second. We're now at a saucy turn. We're just gonna name it. Let's put the car into R mode. I forgot that you can do it straight from the steering wheel.
Oh, fantastic.
Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Let's give it some sauce.
Wet tires.
Perhaps. That was strange.
That was weird. There was no power.
No, it said it was in the first gear, but it wasn't actually in first gear. Okay, well let's excuse that. Let's drop a few gears using the paddle shifters.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
There we go. Ooh.
that just kicked down.
Oh my God.
This thing
launches.
is insanely fast. Now, the craziest thing about this is that it has the drivetrain from the Mark 8 Golf. So when I heard about this coming, I just instantly thought, it's going to be the same as the Mark 7.5, which was a detuned engine in Australia because Australia is apparently a hot climate, but that was changed. So now we get the full fat 230 kilowatts. We also get the all new all-wheel drive system, which, let's just drive it around this corner a bit dumb. It's just got grip for days.
And it's a bit damp too.
In a Tiguan.
Oh my God.
What? This is absolutely absurd. Now, it does have paddle shifters. It's got this 7-speed dual clutch. It's a wet dual clutch, and it's been around forever. And it's a really good transmission, but unfortunately, Volkswagen kind of nanny you. It auto upshifts, essentially. But... this thing is on another level of fast,
This is
man.
crazy.
We've been driving so many fast cars recently, haven't we?
This is just ridiculous. This does not feel like a family car right now.
No, not right now. Well, let's put this car back into, I guess, eco mode, but it's not really eco mode. Comfort mode. So the dampers have 2 settings, comfort and sport. We're in comfort right now, and it is so comfortable. The steering can be very light if you want it to be, but I prefer it in the heavier steering. But still, when you're in this mode, it really feels like any other car, like a normal Tiguan.
We're
Boring.
floating
on
clouds.
Boring, comfortable, it is what it is. I don't like that though. Let's put it back into race mode. And there's also individual mode, which you can set up whichever way you want. But we don't care about that, do we, Jacob?
We don't care about individual.
Ah!
Oh my God.
So the crazy thing about this is that when you turn a corner, not only does it break an inside wheel, oh my God. Not only does it break an inside wheel, it can send 100% of power, this new all-wheel drive system, to either of the rear wheels. So this thing can be rear wheel drive bias. It's not like the Haldex system in the previous Mark 6, 7 and 7.5 Golf Rs, which are front wheel drive based, and then they kind of send power as needed when they detect slip. This thing is like on another level. It's got like twin clutch packs. That was horrible. That wasn't even English. Twin clutch packs in like the rear diff.
Jeez.
It's just insane. All right, friend.
Let's go.
Saucy corner. You ready? I'm not ready. Oh,
God, this is uphill.
oh. It handles unbelievably. Oh man, this all-wheel drive is insane. Now there is like zero understeer.
That is so sick.
It literally just drifted around that corner, man. And we've got traction all the way on. We haven't turned it on.
Oh my God.
That is insane. Look, I think to summarize the driving experience as we put it back into eco mode to save a bit of fuel, it's been pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome. This thing is insanely quick. It really is that jack of all trades and dumb. It's stupid. No one needs a super hatch in a SUV body. It's just like, it's completely unnecessary, but it truly is a jack of all trades. Like this can be a family car, your daily commuter, take you to the shops in a very normal, comfortable manner. But then when you want to be an absolute hound, as we change it over into race mode, drop a few gears. Oh,
Oh, the
man.
transmission as well. Oh,
It's just,
that's so nice.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd like it this much, but I really do.
I want one.
You want one?
I like
want
it.
to. All right, let's get into our final thoughts. All right, so what are my final thoughts on the Volkswagen Tiguan R? Well, first of all, Jacob, how insane was that?
Oh my God.
This thing is just nuts for a Tiguan. A Tiguan. You're spending a couple $1,000s more than a Golf R. Would I get a Golf R? Yeah, personally I would, because you have a lower center of gravity. It's just gonna handle a little bit better. But if you need an SUV or you want an SUV with the extra practicality, man, this thing is insane. Absolutely nuts.
It's bonkers.
Bonkers. 70 grand, that's a lot of money. Probably just get a Kona N instead and save myself 20 grand. But hey, that's just me, right? That's who I be. I be cheap. Let me know what you guys think of the Volkswagen Tiguan R down in the comment section, just below that like button. Subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have you around, and Jacob needs a new friend. So
Please give me a friend.
give him a friend. Thank you guys very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next week. Ciao for now.